This is Rebecca, the Steampunk Planner. I have taken my sketch, erased it down so it's a lot softer. Not completely taken it off, but I have put a blotting board and my frog clip down to hold this in place. I'm going to be using my watercolors by Arteza. This is a 36 count, which only fills half the tray, which I organized by color groupings, and I don't have the numbers for them. So the colors I'm going to be mentioning are colors because I recognize the color. I'm using my Makeup Forever brushes and one Fuyu brush, which I got a set from Amazon. I hope to get a bento set, but that'll be a different discussion. This is from some of Musha's work, where I was talking about the different washes that he has, but yet he still has a lot of vibrancy. So I am not going to be painting like that, but I am going to be painting and working on this image with some vibrancy. And I'm going to be doing this in quite a few layers. So I'm starting off with yellow ochre and burnt ochre. I'm just showing you how I have mixed them in the tray, and that is a porcelain tray. I am using the combination of them for the background and for her skin. I will then come in with just the burnt ochre for the shadowing areas, and for doing the headpiece, I'm coming in with a lemon-like yellow for that, and then I'm going to use this burnt ochre straight for blocking in where her hair is. Now I'm going to be doing her hair in kind of a dreadlock-like look, but it's not going to be the tight where you can see the braiding. It's just going to be a hint of what it is. I am going to do this wash, let it dry for a day, and then do another wash exactly the same. When you're working like this, you want to not only have the idea of the sketch that you want to do, but have an idea of your lighting. Different things like this has gold in it. Is it a new gold? Is it an old gold? Is it ancient? Is it yellow gold, or is it more of a muted gold? What is the surroundings? What is the mood that you want? So that you're picking the right colors and the right color combinations so that your color story works with the story that you're wanting to portray in your design. I am not going to go through details on how I painted this, but if that is something that you're interested in, please do let me know. I am planning on doing a little bit more on this channel of how I use different medias in my planner for doing artwork. I do digital illustration, and off and on I will do some manual illustration, or what I call the pen and paper method. I do miss my pen and paper method. So I am looking forward to the ideas I have ahead of me in 2025, which is why I'm going through and creating these tests. I hope you don't mind, and I actually hope you enjoy and are getting something, maybe some ideas for yourself out of this. Once I finish this wash, I've let it dry. Like I said, done another, and this has not bled through or shadowed through, which is perfect. But oh boy, has it wrinkled because of all of the water that's used. And believe me, I've thought about taking a clothing iron or even a flat iron for your hair to the page, but I really want to make sure I don't burn it. So already this test has a strike against it. I've got my Faber-Castle, and they are Polychromos. Now these color pencils I chose because they're an oil-based color pencil, where most, like Prismacolors, are wax-based pencils. Derwent is a combination oil, but mainly wax-based pencil. And I do love my Derwents. But I'm happy to have my Faber-Castles, and I am going to be making sure that these stay with a really nice point to be able to get the blends that I want. I am not going to show you that, as I stated before, the full process, but I am going to show you a little bit here and there. One thing I was surprised about is that I was able to erase the watercolor on the page. That shocked me. So I have found with using inks, the artist inks, the Derwent ink tints pencils, that Tomoe River paper really is not like all the other ones. And it's kind of weird to say, but because we all know that there are different papers for different things out there. But Tomoe River has always touted itself as being something for all medias. And yes and no. There are a few things that are different and a few things that are a bit surprising. Right now, after I have finished coloring everything in and detailing everything, I'm going in with my Sarasa 1.5 dry black on here just to add some edging and just a little bit of illustration, more of a graphic art type thing. Just felt like doing it. I don't know, when I was putting the eyeliner and the brows in, it just felt like it. But now that I've got this done, the actual test comes into play. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and we're going to go into that. Oh, Happy People coffee. I love it. This is the Mexico blend. It's beautiful. Anyway, this is the true test. The true test for this is to see if any of my designs will be able to take my writing over top of them. Now, it's not just writing over top of the artwork that I'm needing to do, but it's also being able to see my writing when I come back to it, which means that I'm using the Celadon Cat because it's a lighter color, and then a little bit I'm going to use the Raven, which has the platinum black in it, which you can see here. And even the black on this is not really that readable. I didn't have any issues with my fountain pen nibs. They didn't scratch, which is one of the reasons why I was using the Polychromos, because the wax of the other ones would have built up in the nib tip. Don't want that. But I hate to say it, with as much as I enjoyed this process with this beautiful Egyptian lady, this test was actually a fail. I cannot see my writing over top, which I know you don't know my plan, and I'm not going to share it now, but I have another test that I have coming up, and I'm hoping that it will work. Otherwise, I'm going to keep testing, and once I figure it out, it will be time to sit down with you and go over my 2025 planner layout. I may grab some of the books that I'm not going to be doing this design in, but I'll go into that, I promise. But yes, thank you for joining me, and can't wait to show you test number 3.